We're here at the summer solstice 2021. First thing in the morning, we've got Rollo and the Druids going to be doing their thing. And officially, no one is allowed in. This COVID-19 restrictions got extended past June the 21st. But we're here anyway. There's probably 1,000 people here, just outside the stones, heading down the avenue. People are camped right on the actual avenue itself. So let's get in and get involved in this ceremony.
They can't stop us from being here, and they can't cancel Christmas because it's not in their gift. The sun will rise. Let's start with the Druid's vow. Come on. We use the word spirit because you do not have to be overtly pagan or overtly Druid. Spirit can mean any deity, any belief structure that you believe in. And we say it 3 times, so I hope by the 3rd time you've all learnt it. It's very short. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our most sacred vow. So mote it be.
Let's start by doing this circle and getting what we came here for at Stonehenge done, rather than what other people thought they were supposed to come here for, which does not help you get open in future years and future solstices and future equinoxes, unfortunately, but there we go, that's what's happened. So, if we start with this, I'm going to sing May there be peace in the east and the south and the west and the north, and if you repeat it back to me, if I say may there be peace in the east, it's a call and response this is called, and you go may there be peace in the east, and then we'll move on to the next one as well. Okay, so Lords of the watchtowers of the east and of there, may there be peace in the east.
May there be peace in the east.
Lovely. And we go and turn this way and say, you Lords of the watchtowers of the south and the fire, may there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the south.
Curves in the circle in there. And we turn around to the west and say, Lords of the watchtowers of the west and the water, may there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the west.
And we turn around one more time towards the north. I wait for the sun to come up and we say, Lords of the watchtowers of the north and of earth, may there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the north.
As we turn round towards the centre, we say, most importantly of all, may there be peace throughout the whole world.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
So mote it be.
So
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, next thing we're going to do, let's have a little rehearsal, because now you've been so good as to do a call and response to the quarters, which we've just done in order to it. Let's rehearse something that we're going to use a little bit for healings, world healing spells and things that we do later. And it's called the Druid Anthem of the West. It's not the Eastern Om, but it's the 3 letters I and A and O. And there's a reason for this, because the eye represents the sun rising due east, spring equinox and autumn equinox. The A represents the sun rising northeast at summer solstice, or as it will later today, and southeast at the winter solstice. And the O is the earth going around the sun, in case you think of your vows. But because we're also an ancient fertility religion, as far as we're concerned also, the I is the phallus of the solar god. The A is the beautiful legs of the earth goddess, and the O is the sound of the gorgeous cosmic lovemaking from which we all proceed. Because that's the way our ancient forefathers and foremothers, if you like, believed the same thing as the yin and yang, which is a sort of more less personalised version of the same thing in China, of course. Anyway, so when we're doing this, take a nice big deep breath, so we've got plenty of air in our lungs. We run those three letters together, and it comes something like this. That's it, you're beginning to get to it. Give it a bit more confidence now, a bit more willy, and it will be nice. Note again is la. Okay, a bit more confidence again. I know it's been a bit sort of every hat in the front here, but in fact the Heelstone tunes in very beautifully. The Stonehenge itself is a particular thing to do with harmonics, but our prayers register just as well here as they do in there, curiously. But so let's give it one more go. Again, notice la. Well, we're getting in. This is what they mean in the ancient tales about the Stonehenge choir and all this. You know, we are the Stonehenge choir, and lovely to have you aboard, ladies and gentlemen, this merry solstice. Okay, what I'm going to do now is go back to what we did with the call and response. So I'm going to do the invocation to the sun, which normally lies about the middle of that dip in the wood over there, basically. And so, again, if we can do this a line at a time, we'll go something like this. Great One of Heaven, power of the sun. Great One of Heaven, power of the sun. Come to us again into this our land. Michael, Arthur, Balin, Liu, Hern. Michael, Arthur, Balin, Liu, Hern. Lift up thy shining sphere of light to protect us. Lift up thy shining sphere of light to protect us. Put to flight the powers of darkness. Put to flight the powers of darkness. Bring us fair woodlands and green fields. Bring us ripening corn and blossoming orchards. Bring us ripening corn and blossoming orchards. Bring us to stand beside thy stones of vision. Bring us to stand beside thy stones of vision. Show us the lovely realms of the gods. Show us the lovely realms of the gods. So mote it be. Lovely. And even if the sun's hidden behind the clouds for a little while yet, it's going to be. No, I need somebody who's got a loud voice. No, I don't want...
A mighty mother of us all.
A mighty mother of us all.
Mother of all fruitfulness.
Mother of all fruitfulness.
By bud and stem and flower and fruit.
By bud and stem and flower and fruit.
By life and love and all growing things.
By life and love and all growing things.
We call upon the earth, Dana, Gredwin,
upon the earth, Dana, Gredwin,
and Gredwin. Our Lady of Nature,
Our Lady of Nature,
give us fruit and grain, flocks and herds,
flocks and herds,
and children of the tribe,
and children of the tribe,
that we be mightily,
that we may be mighty,
and give us
The means.
the means
and give us the means
to save our lovely planet.
to save our lovely planet.
So pray thee,
So pray thee,
so mote it be.
so mote it be.
Thank you, Katie. And yeah, those IOs we were doing just earlier to mark the union of heaven and earth in the midst of our circle here. We'll hold up the flowers and we bless them, and we give it those lovely IOs like this. Noted. La I-O, I-O, I-O. Lovely. Okay. Super. And now this little solemn bit. Let's see, thank you, Katie. Well, this is traditionally, we have 3 wishes that we can operate here, because we believe that Stonehenge has always used for world healing. You might think what time it was built they didn't know so much of the world as we know today, but well, whether they did or not, certainly the intention, if you look at the ground plan, was to let the energies flow out around the ley lines around the world, connecting with the other temples around the world. And when we do this, again, it's using that mantra we've just used now, the EIO. And this particular first one, we've been doing it every quarter around Stonehenge this last year, particularly important. It's for the release of Julian Assange from Belmarsh prison, and where he's not committed any crime at all, and to defeat any further attempts by the US to interfere by means of appeal against the decision of the judge to hold him in this country for mental health reasons and all the rest of it. So he is not extradited to the United States when they try and launch an appeal in a few months' time. They've been keeping him there all that time. The judgment was given in January, and here we are coming into July, and already they still kept him another 6 months without notice of when this will be. It's coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. So, for the release without trial of Julian Assange in this country, not to be extradited to the United States. Notice, La I-O, I-O, I-O. Lovely. Thank you, everyone. Good. You keep hearing bits in the press about him, and then it gets denoticed and taken away again, and you don't hear another thing for weeks and weeks. It's shocking. It's disgraceful to British justice. Anyway, enough said about that. Next one is very important as well. This time, it's for the children of Yemen, and the aid agencies reckon there are at least 12 million children at risk of starvation and poverty and dying basically in Yemen because of the situation there. We noticed that President Biden has stopped supporting Saudi Arabia, but Boris Johnson hasn't. It's absolute disgrace for a British Prime Minister to be committed and involved in a practice of racial genocide towards the people, and 12 million children. There's a lot bigger crisis than one, with all respect, in Palestine. The one in Yemen is a much, much, much bigger one, a terrible one. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is to send as much food from different aid agencies, as much medicine, as much relief, and more people to make questions in the House to get Boris Johnson to stop it, basically. Well, the children of Yemen, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Notice. La I-O, I-O, I-O. And this last one, well, I think quite a lot of people have been waiting for this one and already taking some action, but whether it's going to do anything or not, we see. Next week in London, it's the World Heritage Site Stonehenge Alliance group are challenging the Transport Minister Grant Shapps over his decision to totally diss the quarry, which worked for Wednesday next week, which said that on no account should this tunnel be put through Stonehenge and it would destroy valuable things for future generations and the World Heritage Site. Grant Shapps overturned it. Now he's been taken to court next week in the High Court to see if his decision was in fact illegal, and therefore even if we get a tunnel, it won't be that tunnel which had portals over there and destroyed so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, this one to prevent the Stonehenge tunnel and the success of the court case. So if we get one at all, we get a better tunnel than that one. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the note is La Somebody be. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining in with this little ceremony in the midst of so many other things going on as well. Sun hasn't quite got here yet, but I'm sure it will in a bit. In the meantime, Arthur, do you want to do your oath again?
Yes. We'll do a vow again and we'll end as we started. So remember, we done it the first time. So let's see if you've remembered the words. It's quite simple, and as I say, you do not have to be overtly pagan or overtly Druid to join in the Druid's vow. That's why we use the word spirit. It could mean any deity, any belief structure that you believe in. Normally we'd hold hands, but let's form the circle anyway, and we'll say it 3 times. Are we ready? We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O spirits, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O spirits, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. All together now. We swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this our sacred vow. So mote it be.
Let's hope then that all this sudden pitch invasion doesn't jeopardise our chances in future. We have been looking after Stonehenge for the last 30 years now, stewarding the events of the solstices and the equinoxes. But people lose heart because of this lengthy COVID proceedings and see that Ascot is happening but we can't. I suppose it's understandable that people, try and make a difference. They think, actually not making a difference, but never mind. Here we go. And so let's close this circle then as we began, and it's lovely to have you all, and wait for some orbit signs over there, to come up and illumine this bright day. Let's hope so. Okay, so, ye lords of the watchtowers of the east and of air, may there be peace in the east.
May there be peace in the east.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the south and of fire, may there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the south.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the west and of water, may there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the west.
Ye lords of the watchtowers of the north and of earth, may there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the north.
And, ladies and gentlemen, most importantly of all, return to the centre, may there be peace throughout the whole world.
May there be peace throughout the whole world.
So Mote it be.
So mote it be.
3 cheers to Stonehenge and summer solstice. Hip, 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 hooray! Hip, hooray! Hooray! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy solstice!
Get it in there.
So we're just coming to the end of the celebration here at the summer solstice. Druids have done their thing. Just before they did their thing, tons of people jumped the fence, I think in like frustration, because you know, it was kind of going to be happening and then it wasn't. And so I think it's fair that people have got in there, enjoyed the stones, and why not? You know what I mean? This is what it's all about. Why are they stopping you going in there in the first place? So respect to all these people who took the risk. Hopefully they won't get in trouble, but I think it was well worth it.
What's happening Wednesday is basically a judicial review against the Secretary of State's decision to go ahead with the tunnel. And it's behind closed doors, so if you go onto the Stonehenge Alliance site, you'll see all the information, so you can log in, but you can only apply to view it through your computer on Tuesday. You have to apply on Tuesday and you can watch it on your computer from Wednesday. There will be a few of us up there. I'll be up there for a press call at 11 o'clock on Wednesday when it starts, and it runs for 3 days, and hopefully we'll get a decent decision.
Excellent, excellent. Happy solstice, Arthur.
Happy solstice.
May you never first.
So we're just finishing the morning here of summer solstice 2021 at Stonehenge. It's raining now, people are dispersing. A load of people went in, which I thought was classic, and why not? But yeah, happy solstice everyone from us at Megalithomania and all the Druids and revelers here at Stonehenge. And yeah, do try and get in touch with the group, Save Stonehenge group, Stonehenge Alliance. We're trying to protect the landscape from the tunnel being built. And you've also got the action group, the Stonehenge kind of action group with Indra and her team, who are on the ground activists. And yeah, these kind of things need to be looked at. So thanks for watching Megalithomaniacs. Hope you enjoy our kind of cloudy sunrise here at summer solstice 2021 at Stonehenge.